Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com or Twitter at HiQ2015 to learn more about this amazing energy drink. What is your level?
Live your life and just let go. If you try, then you will know.
Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
This episode is an exclusive production solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any publication, reproduction, transmission of the accounts without the express written consent or permission is restricted and prohibited. To hear this replay or other previous podcasts, download on iHeartRadio, iTunes Radio, and TuneIn. As always, this show is for you. Thank you for listening.
Normally we do it on 12 noon on Thursday, but tonight we're doing it in prime time. Everything in the world of motorsports, it is full throttle in the world of pavement racing. Stock car racing, short track racing, pavement racing, super late models, modifieds, legend cars. Summer Shootout Series is fired back up again. We'll have them on in the next couple of weeks. IndyCar, what a show they had at Texas Motor Speedway. Scott Dixon winning the event there for the Genesis 300. And under the lights at Martinsville yesterday, Martin Truex Jr. picking up the win. But for the next hour, we're going to talk about some truly exciting grassroots motorsports talk. Again, this is Full Throttle on the CRN Sports Network in our podcast series. I'm Wesley Outland. Joining me from the Windy City, Chicago, he will be our first guest. He will be my co-host, filling in for Brandon White tonight. Dennis Michelsen, what's up, buddy? You're in the round table.
Hey, Wesley. It is great to be back. Always enjoy visiting with you and love the show, and I can't make it here on the show as well. You guys do a wonderful job of covering motorsports.
We definitely, of course, CRN covers any and everything. Baseball, baseball talk with Trey Snide, the Sports Power Hour, which is the show you were on with us a couple of weeks ago with me and Bruce Barrett. And then, of course, we also have the round table where we talk about any and everything. And speaking of any and everything, I guess the elephant in the room to open the discussion of things here in your segment. Coming up, we're going to have on Terry Dill of Orange County Speedway as they get ready to go back to racing this weekend with no fans. And in the Emerald Coast of Emerald Isle, North Carolina, or Swansboro, Carteret County Speedway is getting ready for their racing action this weekend. We're going to talk to Bob Lowery. And finally, amongst the commentary with Dennis Michelsen and myself, we will have on Ryan Millington winning the biggest race in his career on last Saturday with the Cars Tour at Ace Speedway in the race at Ace. And they get ready for their event at Hickory Motor Speedway, but with no fans, Dennis Michelsen. Crazy times in our country. Things have been more crazy since the last time we had you on a CRN broadcast.
Yeah, and I might have been the guy that said, hey, it can't get any crazier than this.
You did.
You might just want to point your finger at me and blame me for everything that's gone on. But it's been 2020 has been the most ridiculous year. It's kind of like when I was a kid back in the day, trick or treating and, get done and all I'd have is almond joy and no Reese's.
But I like almond joy.
Man, you were the kid I always traded with. But it's just, I don't know. We're living in such crazy times, and we're seeing things that I never thought I would see. And we're also seeing people so on edge right now. And it's a shame because there's something about the name of our country that should give you an idea of when we're at our best. We're not called the divided states. We're called the United States.
That's right. Absolutely. Definitely. There's a lot of things that I could say, and we'll try to keep it to a civil point of what we're going to talk about, because obviously everybody has a right to an opinion. Everybody has their thoughts and beliefs of what things are going on. Where do you see the stance of NASCAR taking things from Sunday to last night? Where do you feel on that, Dennis? And then I'll give my take on it.
Yeah, the whole thing about banning the Confederate flag, I have absolutely no problem with, and I'll tell you why. And I understand that to a lot of people, it's about tradition and it's about Southern pride. But there's a couple of things that people need to keep in mind when it comes to anything Confederacy. And that is, if there's a statue in your hometown about one of the Confederate soldiers, or there is some tradition in your hometown to celebrate the idea of the Confederate flag and Southern pride, I'm asking one thing of you. Look at the date that started, because in a lot of cases, we'll see dates that started in the early to mid 60s, sometimes even the late 50s. And if you look at what was going on in the South at that time, this is all about a discriminatory thing that it's there for. I'm not telling everybody, if they believe in Southern pride and the traditions and the Confederate flag and wave it proudly because they're a Southerner, I'm not telling them that they're racist. What I'm saying is the whole idea of that Confederate battle flag got hijacked by a bunch of racists many years ago. And it's almost like we lost the right to have pride in that flag. To me, being a rebel is something I got called my whole life by my mom and dad growing up. And I took it as a badge of honor, man.
Yeah, do what you want to do. Yeah.
You were standing up for what was right. You didn't care what people said. And how different that is than today. I'm proud to be a rebel today. I'm proud to be a redneck today, because I don't want the government telling me what to do. And that's fine. But that piece of cloth that waves at a lot of tracks in the South, and did for a long time at many more races, that got hijacked. So it's our fault for letting that piece of cloth get hijacked. Many people weren't even born until 30 years after it got hijacked. I'm sorry, your forefathers, they let it get hijacked by a bunch of racists. Now, the problem that I'm having, though, is I have no problem with the Confederate flag not being allowed at NASCAR races. I know a lot of people are upset about that, and that's fine. Everybody, here's the cool thing about America, and we forget about this because now we're being preached that there's only one way to think. The cool thing about living in this country is you are allowed to have your own opinions.
That's right.
About different things. But now, this is where we've gone in my lifetime, Wesley, and I'm going to turn 60 years old this year, okay? I know I only look about 40, but
I was about to say, you still got it going on. Yeah, come on.
But anyway, I'm about to turn 60, and back in the day, we had one set of facts that was universal. These are the facts, and you're allowed to have as many different opinions based on those facts as you want to think. Now we have many, many versions of the facts. Everybody's got their own facts. When it comes to any subject, you can just throw it out there and you'll find 5 experts on the subject that'll find you facts that go against the facts that you think. But now we're being only told there's only one way to think. There's only one approved opinion about something. And that's what I have a problem with when it comes to what's going on in this country. But when it comes to NASCAR's decision, the one that gets me, and here's the thing, I get tired of being told there's been no progress in America. Has there been enough progress? Have we reached racial equality? No, but there has been progress, and I can prove it in NASCAR. Okay, 1963 in NASCAR in Jacksonville, Florida.
Wendell Scott.
NASCAR stole a race.
Yeah.
From Wendell Scott.
Yeah.
They absolutely stole it and handed it to Buck Baker because they were afraid that a black guy might want to kiss the black beauty queen in Victory Lane. And they couldn't have that in 1963. And today, you have a black NASCAR race official who's being allowed, if not encouraged, to take a knee during the national anthem to show the openness that NASCAR is to change. If that's not progress, I don't know what is. Now, I have no problem with protest. In fact, I will defend anyone's right to protest.
Amen.
Anything they want to protest. But I am telling you, when I see a NASCAR race, when I see any auto race, when I see the Indianapolis 500 and all the pageantry that goes on, I'm a sucker for the traditions, man.
Yes.
I love the traditions. And part of the traditions to me is taking a moment, removing your cap, standing at attention, and paying some honor and respect to our great nation. And
Amen.
Our nation is great. Okay? I know we're not perfect, but we're a great nation. We've done a lot of things over the years to save other people's bacons from real bad situations. And that moment of honoring our flag and honoring our country, to me, is all about the best ideals of what this country stands for. And that tradition when it comes to NASCAR is so important to me. And I don't have a problem. I have a big problem when you say to a group of athletes, you have to stand for the national anthem. I don't want a rule that tells you have to stand. I want people standing and saluting the flag and honoring their country because they are proud of their country.
That's right.
It doesn't mean that they think their country's perfect, but it means they love their country. That's what it means to me. Now, to other people, they think different things, and they're allowed to have those opinions. But when I see a NASCAR official taking a knee during the national anthem, and I have a feeling it's going to get to the point where the drivers are almost going to feel obligated to join in because of peer pressure, not because they think it's right, but because they're afraid they're looking bad. And I'm just a little, when I see that, I don't like it. When I don't like something, I just tune out. I am always so excited. I build my day around a NASCAR race. And for the first time, because what happened Sunday is we were lied to by FS1.
Yeah.
They showed us what they wanted us to see, and they did not show us the man kneeling until they were taking this moment of silence to have this get together for racial equality, which I thought was a magnificent gesture by NASCAR's part.
Right.
But they lied to us with their TV cameras and made us think that kneeling did not happen during the anthem, and it did. And so when I saw what I did Wednesday, or knew what I was going to see Wednesday, I didn't tune in until the race was started because I didn't want to see that. Now, I understand this is a great man who is kneeling.
Kirk
this
Price
man
is his name. Kirk Price. Nice guy. I know him.
Yes, nice guy, great guy.
Military. Served in the military. Yes.
Served his country.
Yeah.
He has earned the right to do whatever he wants, and I'm not telling him to stand up. This isn't a white man trying to white-splain what patriotism means.
Why do you think, Dennis, I'm sorry to cut you off, but we got to end this subject here because we got to get Bob Lowery on the line, but why do you think so many NASCAR fans are mad now?
There are some that are mad because they do feel Southern pride in their Confederate flag, and they're mad. But more than anything else, NASCAR fans are kind of like the outcasts of sports fans. They support racing as their first and foremost love because they've always been able to do their thing at these